What if there was a hidden village so secret that almost no tourists ever manage to find it, anywhere today? Could a place still exist today that feels untouched by modern tourism and mass travel, really or not? From remote roads to forgotten paths, this journey led into one of the most mysterious places I have ever visited today. Today, I will show you what makes this hidden village so special and why so few people ever reach it, in reality. If you love mysterious travel destinations and hidden gems around the world, don't forget to like and subscribe for more adventures. 1. The journey started far from civilization. Reaching the village was already an adventure long before actually arriving at the destination itself today. The roads became narrower and less maintained the further I moved away from major towns and cities nearby. Mobile signals slowly disappeared, making navigation more difficult and the journey more unpredictable every moment. Every turn felt like entering a place that was rarely visited by outsiders or tourists in modern times today. The landscape became quieter, with only nature and distant mountains surrounding the path ahead completely. Local directions replaced digital maps as the only reliable way to continue forward safely on this route. 2. First sight of the hidden village was unreal. The village appeared suddenly after a long and quiet journey through remote landscapes and hidden valleys today. Small traditional houses were scattered across hills surrounded by nature and open green fields everywhere. There were no crowds, no noise and no signs of commercial tourism anywhere in sight at all here. It felt like stepping into a different time where life moved at a slower and calmer peaceful pace today. The simplicity of the village made it feel peaceful and almost forgotten by the outside world completely. Locals watched with curiosity but welcomed visitors with calm and friendly expressions in every moment. 3. Life in the village moved at a different pace. Daily life in the village followed natural rhythms instead of modern schedules and busy routines today. People worked in fields, cared for animals and maintained traditional ways of living every single day. There were no large stores or modern buildings disrupting the natural landscape around the village here. Children played freely outdoors while elders gathered and shared stories in the warm shade nearby. Time seemed less important here, replaced by a calm and steady way of living in every moment today. Visitors quickly noticed how peaceful and stress-free the environment truly felt compared to cities. 4. The hospitality was surprisingly warm and genuine. Despite its isolation, the village was filled with welcoming and kind-hearted people living here today. Locals showed curiosity about visitors but remained incredibly friendly and open to conversation always. Simple gestures of hospitality made the experience feel personal and unforgettable in every single way. Food and tea were often shared without expecting anything in return from guests visiting the village. Language differences did not matter as kindness became the universal way of communication here today. Every interaction felt genuine and not influenced by tourism or commercial expectations at all moments. 5. The surrounding nature was completely untouched. The village was surrounded by mountains, forests and landscapes that looked completely natural everywhere. There were no hotels, no resorts and no large infrastructure disrupting the environment at all here today. Rivers flowed freely through valleys, adding to the peaceful atmosphere of the entire region always. Birds and wildlife were more common than vehicles or modern human activity in this quiet place today. Every direction offered views that felt pure, raw and completely unspoiled by human development anywhere. Photography could not fully capture the silence and beauty of the surroundings in this region today. 6. Traditions were still alive in everyday life. Cultural traditions were not performances here but part of daily normal living in this village today. Handmade crafts, traditional clothing and local customs were visible throughout the village every day. Older generations passed knowledge directly to younger people through daily activities and routines. Festivals and rituals were simple but deeply meaningful for the entire community living here today. Nothing felt staged for visitors, everything existed naturally within their lifestyle and culture. This authenticity made the experience feel rare compared to typical tourist destinations worldwide today. 7. There were almost no tourists at all. One of the most surprising aspects was the complete absence of mass tourism in this village today. No tour buses, no crowded viewpoints, and no souvenir shops anywhere in sight at all here. The village felt like a place known only by a very small number of travelers in reality today. This isolation preserved its natural charm and untouched cultural identity perfectly over time. Every interaction felt private and personal without any tourist distractions nearby in this place. Even walking through the village felt like discovering something completely new and rare today. 8. Challenges of visiting such a remote place. Reaching the village was not easy and required patience and careful planning before travel today. Limited transportation options made the journey longer and more complicated than expected earlier. Weather conditions sometimes affected access roads and travel safety along the route ahead. Basic facilities were minimal, requiring preparation before visiting the area in remote conditions. Communication barriers added another layer of difficulty during the entire experience in this place. However, every challenge made the arrival feel more rewarding and meaningful than expected before. 9. The experience felt like stepping back in time. Everything about the village created a strong feeling of traveling into the past naturally today. Architecture, lifestyle, and environment all reflected a world untouched by modern change here. There were no distractions from technology or fast-paced urban life anywhere nearby at all. Even simple activities felt more meaningful in such a calm and peaceful environment always. Time seemed to slow down, allowing deeper appreciation of every small moment during stay. Visitors often felt disconnected from the modern world in the best possible way here today. 10. Leaving the hidden village was emotional. Saying goodbye to the village felt surprisingly difficult after such a unique experience there today. The calmness and simplicity of life left a lasting emotional impression on every visitor always. Every moment spent in the village felt rare and almost impossible to replace anywhere else. The journey back to modern civilization felt faster but less meaningful somehow after leaving. Memories of the people and landscapes stayed vivid long after departure from this place today. It became clear that places like this are extremely rare in today's modern world everywhere. Now you know the story of the hidden village only 1% of tourists ever discover today. From remote journeys to untouched traditions, this place felt like a world frozen in time completely. Which part of this hidden village surprised you the most, and would you try to find a place like this yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments and tell us about your most mysterious travel experience today. If this journey amazed you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more hidden travel stories and adventures.